All right, and welcome. This is Nuke Marine presenting Let's Read Japanese, course series for the reading of Japanese text alongside its audio counterpart. Today's video is going to be the fourth week of Terrace House. This is the first Terrace House. It showed up on TBS Japan in 2012. It ran for about 2 years. Sorry. It is available on Netflix. It is available on Netflix. I don't know if it's available in the U.S. You have to make sure you at least have to set your audio options to get Japanese as well as English material, because there's no English subtitles or English audio available for this particular series. So again, that's a setting you need to. That's a setting in YouTube in Netflix. So yeah, if you're in the U.S., you try that out. Do the changes. See if you get access to this particular show. Again, I don't know. I'm in Japan, so there you go. I'm not gonna get a VPN set up, log in as if I'm from the U.S. and see what it's like, what videos I have access to. Okay, let me think. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so this is Terrace House. This is a week 4 video. It's maybe I'm not going to try to recap. It's just look into their lives, and it's there's stuff happens. There you go. There people are talking. They do some stuff. They have fun. Just enjoy it. For what it is. I'm not going to get all excited when romances happen or when conflict happens. And, just going to enjoy the story overall. So there you go. And make commentary along the way. So for those of you on YouTube, if you're watching this video and you enjoy it, consider giving it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Feedback's always appreciated. If you're watching this, if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy the series, you'd like to see more series like this. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Got a plan to be more like this in the future. This is a part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. So if you appreciate what I'm doing to help the Japanese language learning community, in the chaotic way that I do it, you'd like to support that in some measure, then one way is via the Patreon. So a link in the description, as well as links to the community Discord and the website that Otaku Day put together. And then finally, if you'd like to talk to me one-on-one, face-to-face over Skype, Discord, Zoom, whatever, and it'd be over whatever, either assistance, advice, helping you set up Anki, whatever. Anyway, if you'd like to do that, the hourly rates and the payments are done can be done via the Patreon. So a link to specifically for that is in the description as well. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get started. These have been taking. Last video took about 45 minutes for getting through the actual video, and it's a 24-minute video, so do the math there. So expect this to take a similar amount of time. Yeah, that's about all I can say about that. I do try to skip over the long silences, but that might mean I missed something that could be relevant to the story. I apologize. What I do tell people is this: if you consume Japanese in this way, in this method, it's always a good idea to go back and watch the show as it's normally meant to be watched. And with or without the Japanese subtitles, but just watch it. I don't think it's any problem watching it again with the subtitles. And just maybe you'll notice a lot of stuff that you kind of didn't notice before, especially like I'm doing, skipping over the long pauses, or because you're only concentrating on the subtitles. In fact, it's probably good to watch it without subtitles at all. Just enjoy it as the regular native would enjoy it. Because there is something a little different when you're listening and you're having to be forcing yourself to pay attention to what's being said than the crutch that is Japanese subtitles. It can become a very addictive crutch when it comes to consuming Japanese media. Again, I'm guilty of it. I mean, I've had that addiction, for lack of a better term, when it came to that. And I still kind of feel that now. Like, if I don't have the Japanese subtitles there, it's very hard for me to follow along with even just a very basic Japanese story. Anyway, with that said, let's get started. Season 4, or episode 4, week 4. There's the konbanwa. So again, I was saying, is this the same recording? Like, did they record this all in the same evening? Konbanwa. 11時. 今日も移動中でございます. So I think she's in a different outfit, so
別々の人生を送ってきた若者たち男女6人がシェアハウスで生活を共に始めました。番組が用意したのは素敵なお家と素敵な車だけでございます。あとは彼らに任せる台本なしですね。まあ約1ヶ月ですね経とうとしていますが、消防士くんはもう AKB ちゃんのことが大好きで、
そうだかありがとう。うるせえよ
一緒にスーパーへとっても楽しそうでしたね。
絶対リッチのこと好きになる。いや好きだからなんかね
見ていて気持ちがいいですね。なんかまっすぐで、モデルちゃんは体幹を鍛えるということで朝
No, it's like forging or training. 鍛える。
朝早起きし体幹を鍛えるということで朝早起きして同じ目的を持ってたらいいですよね。頑張れますからね、一人よりきっと。ももちゃんがご両親がいないっていう発言で終わってるんですけれども、
ももはその将来養わなきゃいけない両親を亡くしてるから、
どういう風に彼らが反応するのかな。ももちゃんもそういう抱えてるものとかがね、ちょっとこう楽になったりする場所になるのかどうか。
So, and I keep mentioning this is this first season, the only real commentary you see is from her at the beginning of the episode, and then which runs roughly about minute and a half, and then you're just only seeing the episode. What's going to happen from season 2 is there's going to be her and 3 or 4 other people that are going to be commenting, on a couch watching the show and then commenting on what they're seeing, and that'll happen like two or three times throughout each episode, if it's following the similar format of Boys and Girls in the City. And again, when it gets to that, there's going to be a much higher level conversation going on. Both the vocabulary and phraseology that they use, and some of them, because they're comedy, you're going to be trying to make jokes or making references to society, not society, or to entertainment media, or basically, essentially, personalities. There we go. Personalities. And so again, it's going to be a little bit harder to follow along with what they're talking about than what's happening, and they'll be talking fast and talking over each other and whatnot. And so it'd be a lot harder to follow along. I know that's going to be happening, but on the bright side, as I mentioned, also is that you're going to get much better insight as to how a native Japanese is a opinion on this story, or opinion on to what's happening on screen, as opposed to what I, as a person who's only studied Japanese, who comes from an American society, would kind of react to it. Like, you look at this, like, my opinion on what I'm seeing among these group of people might be, especially I'm saying this as a 47-year-old guy, it's going to be different than someone who's been obviously brought up in this society and knows, like, how young people interact and knows about pecking orders and it's kind of the hidden messages, or just the subtle social cues that is going on, that again just goes over my head. So there. So in a way, I know it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be also a good thing as well. So it's going to be useful for people who are. This is why this series has been recommended as a very good series to kind of study Japanese, because again, it's Japanese is kind of intertwined with the society of Japan. Whereas English is not the case. Again, you have English, and some of it's colored by different different cultures. You know, again, the U.S. culture, which again has a variety of cultures throughout the U.S., Australian culture, British culture, you know, Canadian culture, Indian culture, which also has, you know, again, English has a strong speaking component of the country. And again, that it's going to be a whole. So there's not English is not tied to any one culture, even though it may have originated from a culture. So this is something to consider. But you know, with Japanese, it is tied a lot to the country of Japan. So there we go. Anyway, with that said, let's get started. This is we're at 1 hour 48 minutes as far as the live stream is concerned. Let me just take a mental note of that. We'll say 1:45, and then go from there for how long the video is going to be. Maybe 1:40. I tell you what, yeah, I'll say 1 hour 40 minutes. Go from there. Momoko, there we go. Emergency situation? Man, okay.
本当に気をつけなよ。
Wait, she didn't have any money on her card? Or Suica card?
そしたらじゃあタクシーで帰ってきちゃいな。でこっちでほらタクシーのお金はさ渡すからタクシーで来ちゃいな。ずっと待つから。
Yeah, because if you do a taxi, we're just talking like that's $150. That's or 200, maybe even $200. Yeah.
いいよいいよいいよ。はいよはい。
Yeah, she can't drive up there, obviously.
大丈夫か。おはようございます。
おかえり。
お待たせっす。
ももちゃんが何だったっけ？緊急事態。
電車に乗ろうと思ったら昨日何にお金を使ったか忘れてるんだけどお金がなかったみたいな。そう酔っ払った勢いでお金めっちゃ使っちゃったみたいな感じ。半端じゃないねそれ。相当酔ったの？
いやでもね、なんか悪酔いしたらしい。
あ、本当。すごいな。しょうがないね。危ないなももちゃん。気をつけないとね。
そうだよね。
Mama no ko. Yoし。Didn't give her a job yet. Takemichi. So her hairstyle changed, if I remember correctly.
Wow. これ超嬉しいね。これだったら。
ママになってこれ来たら泣く。
いや泣くっしょ。いや自分に子供できてさこれもらったらさ泣くよなと思って。
ただいま。ごめんね。
おかえり。
お待たせ。
She's all dressed up. I'm probably coming from work.
申し訳ないです。
行きますか。
行きましょうか。ごめんね本当に。
全然大丈夫。
お待たせしました。
超綺麗いいな可愛い。
ありがとう。
チョイス。
Cairo. What was that? Shigahama? Yugawa. Naomi. Okay, that's his mom's name, I assume. I'm already getting lost. There we are. Okay, we're right here. Shigesaki style. Come on, give your mom a kiss. That was Naomi, not Nancy. But maybe that's her nickname is Nanshi. Nanshi. Nanshi.
金木犀だ金。
ああ。
金木犀。はい。金木犀。That's not rhinoceros, is it? I think that's rhinoceros. Let's see. It is rhinoceros. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't seen that kanji in a long time. Okay. Yeah.
ああ。
そう。金木犀だ金。
ああ。
そう。金木。
木犀. Actually, I tell you what. Let me do a search with that as well. We'll show an image of it. Huh. Yep, that's what she's holding. Okay, Kimokse. Yeah, be willing to do that. Look up words on Google. Picture's worth a few dozen words. Picture's worth a definition. How's that?
木犀。
本当いい匂いする。
でしょ、ちょっともう一回書かせてくれる？
はい。
そうこれやばくない？
やばい。じゃあ常に持ち歩く？かけとく？
いらないでも車には入れておきたいかも。ちょっと何も入ってないじゃん車の中。
そうね。
明日朝早いんだよね。
何時
？5時とかぐらい。時計のスポンサーのね撮影に行って山中湖富士山の近くに行くんだよね。そう何してんの明日？
明日ねYes free
Yes free
フリーなんだ。行くじゃん一緒に。
いいの？セム行って。
大丈夫だと思う。行こうよじゃあ。
いや行く。
あれ富士山の近く。いいね。
Momoko? Or
翔くんいる？
Yeah, Momoko.
どうした？
明日何してる？
仕事が入ってる。
マジ？
なんで
じゃあ最後
なんで
なんか原宿のビームスでエキソニモさんっていう人のヌボ。
Why is the audio breaking up? Or is that just in my earpiece? Let me go back.
っていう原宿の
ビームスで、エキソニモさんっていう人の、
Sorry, let me check my okay, that looks good. It's connected. Okay. Oh well. Let me go right here.
原宿のビームスで、エキソニモさんっていう人の、
Exonimo. Exonimo.
のヌボットっていうなんか展示があって、なんかもし暇だったら一緒に行こうかな。
いつまでやって何時までやってんのそれって？
9時とかまでだと思う。
5時にお茶の水に入れれば。
Chanomizu. Now, is that a location or Chanomizu? Okay, so it's a location in Tokyo. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about the locations, but yeah, Chanomizu. Okay.
5時にお茶の
9時とかまでだと思う。
5時にお茶の水に入れれば。
分かった。じゃあ。
時間教えて。
分かった。また。
Yeah. Now, again, this feels like something producers will step in and help with, where they basically arrange a date, but then it's just a matter of, okay, hey, can you go and ask him out on the date? We'll provide the tickets, that sort of thing. And, again, just maybe it's legit. Like maybe she had this through other means, I mean, but you never know. It's just that's depends on whether or not they are able to film there. That usually is a good indicator of if they were sponsored.
はいはい。
分かったらありがとう。
じゃあね。
おやすみ。
はい。
Where are we at here?
何の撮影なの？広告用のやつ。
そう、広告だったり、カタログだったり。
Why am I getting interference? I probably have to put in the earphones. Okay, let's see if that worked. Okay. Okay. Make sure it's working on. Okay, that's working. Sorry about that, people. Just calling an audible on switching out the earphones, just because I'm hearing breakup in what's being played. Okay. Anyway, let's go back real quick.
広告用のやつ。
そう、広告だったり。カタログだったり。寒くない？ちょっと。
God, that music's loud. Snowcat. It feels way too loud. No. Oh man, that is like super old. Okay.
でもなんかさ、もうさテラスハウス来てさ、自分はさておきこう色恋沙汰あるだろうなって思う。確かにね。
Koiro Sato. Right. 色、色恋さ、色恋ざた。色ざ。Let me hear that again.
色恋沙汰。
色恋ざた。Okay. I usually don't use that, but
こう色恋沙汰あるだろうなって思ってた。
どうなんだろうね。
ねえ、うん、彼女いるしでもさ、てっちゃんとりっちゃん2人でいる時さ、もう結構いい感じなのかな。てっちゃん告白とかすんのかな。
he kind of confessed that like before in episode 1. He just confessed it to the guy instead. Yeah, okay.
セナさんとマー君もうチューしてると思う。
そんなとこまで行ってんの？
しかも飲んでるじゃんいつも。
そうなんだよね。飲んだ時のね。
I don't know. I mean, if they've already been on a date, I mean, I'm usually a kiss on the first date type of guy, but you know, that's me. I mean, if it's a date with them, consider like for more romantic reasons. But I mean, but here I think it's like they may be part of the contract. It's like, hey, look, we just want you to go out together, spend some time, not just inside the house together. Allow us to follow along and film. If something happens, great. If not, no problem. Just okay. So you know that could explain like if there is a like legit relationships, it might be kind of difficult to develop because again, it's kind of hard to like feel romantic when there's a fucking camera, hiding off there, kind of recording everything you do. I mean, the spontaneity feels a little dangerous to have at times like that.
鷹の外れよ。
Taga no. Taga. Okay, who? I think they do mean who. Taga. Out of the loop?
で分かんなくない？
鷹の外れよ。
で分かんなくないだからもうそこらへん。
そういうこと？チューだけでもなく。
我々言ってない。
ありそう。座れば。
生姜だ。
生姜？ジンジャー。アメリカンドッグ。
俺アメリカンドッグって言わなかったっけ？
聞いてないよ。聞いてないよ。
思い込みだね完全に。
危ない。
言ってなかった俺。
言ってない。
そう。
まだね手の聞いてない。
That is super noisy. The plastics. But again, I don't know if like they're wired up with microphones or trying to record from a distance.
言ったつもり。ありがとう。
I wonder if that's like you had planned to say it, right? That's funny.
言ったつもりだった完全に。
ありがとう。
American dog food. Who are these other people?
みんなは寝てんの？
みんな寝ちゃった。
あ、本当。
うん。
早いね最近。
うん。そう。
てっちゃん。
ん？
今日はなんと、オリオン座流星群の日です。
Oh, okay. Orion meteor
あ、
showers.
そう。
知ってる？
流星群でしょ。
That's a meteor shower, right? Yeah, meteors. Orion's
星が降ってくるやつでしょ。
そうそうそう。だから、
うん。
見に行こうよ屋上に。
Okay, let me hear that. This
見にだから。
星が降ってくるやつでしょ。
そうそうそう。だから、
う
見に行こうよ屋上に。
ん。いいね。見たいね星。
見たい？
うん。見よ
見よう。
う。うん。
流れ星見よう。
流れ星ね。
オッケー。
オッケ
やったありがとう。
ー。いえ、こちらこそ。そんな。
I'm saying like this feels like the producers are just trying to set up dates to just like hopefully see if something can happen. If not romantic, at least friendship. That could, that doesn't have to lead to romance. That's nothing wrong with that.
こうやってずっと見てたら流れるのかな。
見たいよね。
見たことある。
流れ星あるあるないの？あ、ほらさあ。一緒にやろう。
One single moment, your whole life can so refrain.
見たいの今のは。見た。やった。
But you've got to walk away now.
Oh, by the way, that would be like super romantic. I mean, that would be super romantic. It just, I don't know if he's like able to. I don't know if like she really care. Like they're just doing it for fun, like But it could actually, it could become an intimate time. It doesn't even be sexual. It just means get close together and like enjoy an enjoyable experience. Especially something that's more cosmic like that meteor shower. That kind of makes you, just high level fire. I mean, super high level fireworks when you think about it. But yeah, I think you can arrange it right. I don't know. I'm just assuming like it's not going to work with him and her. I'm assuming just because I saw Boys and Girls City and he's like they kind of make fun of him as always sticking around. So if he stuck around, it usually means he didn't create a relationship. Usually, like when a relationship happens, and if it happens and it goes sour, then usually those two end up leaving, whoever that happens to be. I'm assuming that's how that works out. But anyway, again, I have not seen this series, so I'm only guessing there. Just he's like a big spoiler, just because like he doesn't hook up with anyone, but that's about it. I don't know anything else beyond that. There's like one other thing was like a kiss at an ice hockey or an ice rink or something. Or some game was happening. I don't know, but that was about all I remember when they were explaining something that happened in the first Terrace House, this series, when they were referring back to it in Boys and Girls in the City series on Netflix. Okay. Oh, so they are okay. So wow, so that's like a week turnaround. That's like super fast production. Okay. Make sure Dangen. Though. All right, come on.
両親がいないから、心からねえむずちゃん、心から話せる相手いない？両親がいないから、自分はその支えていくなんて言ったんだっけ？養う両親がいないからって、周りと違うみたいな感じは言ってたじゃない？
まだ去年とか一昨年なのに半年おきで死んじゃったの。お母さん死んで、その後半年後お父さん死んじゃって。
Oh, okay. 半年おきで。
最初ね、まあうちのお母さんが病気で死んじゃって、お父さんまだ去年とか一昨年に半年おきで死んじゃったの。お母さん死んで、その後半年後お父さん死んじゃって、最初ね、まあうちのお母さんが病気で死んじゃって、その直後にお父さんの末期がんが分かっちゃって。
Jeez, okay.
その直後にお父さんの末期がんが分かっちゃって、それでそういうことがあって、まあそれで本当に半年後にお父さん死んじゃったんだけど、あんまりそういう話とかあんま人にしたことなくって、例えばそこで思ったのは、そのお父さんとお母さんはいつもももの夢が叶うように全部をかけてくれてたからな。別に全然裕福じゃなかったけど、別にももの夢が叶うように全部をかけてくれてたからな。別に全然裕福じゃなかったけど、そういうことにかかるお金とかにすごい投資をして、別にももの夢が叶うように全部をかけてくれてたからな。別に全然裕福じゃなかったけど、そういうことにかかるお金とかにすごい投資をしてくれていて、だから普通みんな夢を追って生きていると、いつかは親を養っていかなきゃいけないとか、親に心配かけちゃいけないとかっていうところにこう年を取っていくと、だんだんぶち当たる時もあるじゃない。もしすぐに成功できなかったとしたら。でだけどももはもう今の段階からそれを気にせずに、そういうなんだろうな、リミッターが解除されたじゃないけど、
俺はね、超ちっちゃい頃から俺も母親いなくて親父だけで、親父はもう結構年取ってからの子供だったからもう定年してんの、若くないから、いつ年取ってからの子供だったからもう定年してんの、若くないからいつ何があるか分かんないじゃん、だからね、心配かけたくない側の人間なのかもしれない。
っていうのはね、自営してたんだ親が、自営してて、でそれがまあすんごい建築とか土木だったからさ、すごい景気良かったんだけど、そしたらやっぱ
Should be like building up.
そしたらでそれがまあすんごい建築とか土木だったからさ、すごい景気良かったんだけど、そしたらやっぱ経営が厳しくなってダメになっちゃったのね。そして背の大学辞めなきゃいけなくなっちゃったの。その時いろいろごちゃごちゃありすぎて、父親と母親が離婚して、父親とは連絡取れなくなって、まあ実際今どこにいるか分かんないし、妹もちっちゃいから見なきゃいけないっていうことで、まあ 大学辞めて自分の夢はそんな2の次の3の次なわけじゃん。
No serious.
自分の見なきゃいけないっていうことで、大学辞めて自分の夢はそんな2の次の3の次なわけじゃん。だから母親も沖縄から出てきて妹も出てきて、でどうにかしながら生活してて、妹も少しずつ大きくなって、お母さん妹どうにかしながら生活してて、妹も少しずつ大きくなって、お母さんも仕事も落ち着いてきて、ようやく自分の何かできるなと思って、ちょっと遅かったけどモデルになるにはもう本当に遅かったけど、でもやっぱり1回しかないし諦めたくないし、
ごめん、なんかそう自分から話したんだけど、そうあんまりこういう話をしたことがなくったので、なんとこうまとめていいかというか、申し訳ない。
いや全部分かったって言い方変だけど、伝わんなかったことはなかった。
ありがとう。
今日発表だね。緊張する？
発表 What announcement?
じゃあ開けずに待っててね。多分一番最後になっちゃうと思うけど帰ってくるの。じゃあ行ってきます。
おはよう。
おはよう。
おはよう。今日てっちゃんの合格発表じゃない？
マジ？
Okay, that's right.
もう今日だ。
Okay, I'm sorry. It's like, what are they talking about? Oh, okay. Whether or not he passed the firefighter or becoming a firefighter qualifications. Okay.
もう
今日てっちゃんの合格発表じゃない？
マジ？もう今日だ。
今日だよね。ドキドキだね。
ねえ。みんな今日帰ってこれんのかな？
どうだろう。
翔くんとか帰ってこれんの？
なんか今卒業制作で大学の方忙しいって言ってたからね。
本当？でも11時に帰ってくるって書いてあるよ。
本当に？
In the sidewalk with a Burger King crown.
It would be good to read these, but again, I have to make the screen small for reasons. But one of it is so I have room to be able to read the text, but also if it's too big, it's gonna basically get taken off of YouTube and whatnot. And again, the purpose is it is a let's read, not a let's watch. But that is the thing, though. It's like it's something I would like to be able to read. I could make it. It just can't be bothered. What is he making? Okay. Now let's
一緒に住んでる。アホか、怖いわ。最強やろ。やべ、電話来た。そう、彼女です。彼女。よし。ごめんごめん。今飯行こうかなって感じ。そう。そうだ、今日てっちゃんの消防士の合格発表。そうなんか来るから書類が。そうみんなで見る。また連絡するよ。ごめん。はい。 行こうか
おはよう。おはよう。おはよう。おはよう。
何その地図はそれまだ開けてないよ。
まだ開けてないよ。
見たんじゃないの？
見たんじゃないですか。乗り付け直してない？大丈夫？
付け直してないよ。
ドキドキだね。
ドキドキだよね。でもこうなってみたらさっきまで笑ってたけど、俺開けてあげようか。
自分で開けるけど。
だよね。
開けます。
はい。やだ。
すげえ緊張する。
それってもう開けた瞬間書いてあるのかな。これちょっとさ、
ちょっと待って、反応じゃあ
それでしょ、それでさ、
怖い。
見ていいの？
ちょっとこの準備させてよ。
てっちゃんのタイミングで。
てっちゃんのタイミングでいけな。
Is this one?
見るわ。
いいよ。
Okay. All right, that's All right, I guess they're trying to play off ending on cliffhangers, even though, I mean, it depends on why you want to look at what it counts as a cliffhanger. Let's see, I started at I was saying like approximately 140, and here it's like, okay, so this is 45 minutes as far as YouTube's concerned. All right, that's fairly reasonable for a length of time. Again, I don't, part of me is feeling like I was really not following along with the conversation. Like, is he an art student, or is he kind of helping out? Is he like an assistant art student? Like, not assistant art student, I mean, but maybe assisting, like, more graduate level. So, you know, part of it is just being a assistant professor or assistant teacher. I don't know what his, you know, because it looked like he was also, you know, making a project. So if he, in other words, is that his graduation project? You know, Sutsukyo. Again, I don't know. So I'm pretty sure I'm like misinterpreting quite a bit of this, like with the conversation as to, you know, like for one person talk about how, you know, going through self-support, how supporting herself. Another was talking about, you know, losing a parent early on in their life, you know, and you know, what can go on with that. So that was just she didn't bring it up like the TV. She brought it up with someone who already knew about it, and then the TV show they recorded the conversation and showed it to the public. So whether or not did she know that, like, is this a way to where it can like say, hey, let me reveal something about myself, and then they can talk about it, you know, once it's shown in. But I'm not the one who's bringing it up, because maybe she just doesn't feel comfortable bringing up something like that. You know, then there can be a conversation. Again, it's one of those things where, is it through a production or not? And are they, and I'll mention that is like, it could also be they're able to see the video early. Like maybe this was a rough cut. It's still being edited, but they got to see an early edit of what was filmed. You know, that could also be possible as well. Again, I don't know. Like they could be watching the cut before they added the music or whatnot. Again, don't know. And this kind of like set the again, I'd have to look on wiki to see like what was the difference between the filming, what was the turnoff. The 1 week turnoff, that is like super quick. Super quick. I mean, it's doable. I mean, you know, and that, but you know, I assume like with more production, they want more film, and with more film, it's going to take more time to edit. Because but with more material, then you can create a more interesting narrative for that week. So that goes so hand in hand. So it's like more work, but probably a better product. And you want to spend a little bit of time working with that product. You only get a week. May not be as entertaining. Again, depending on what type of mindset you want to play on this. was talking about that, but that's always going to be in the back of my head. It's like how much of this is being set up and how much of this is spontaneous. The dates are probably set up. Maybe the going for the price. Again, it just depends, because they do have legit jobs, so that may be a part of it, and they're just recording a little bit at their job, just to have sort of that, and that looks kind of natural, much more natural than what some of the other stuff. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. I'm definitely pretty sure I'm overthinking it, and I'm pretty sure I'm misinterpreting so much of what's going on, which is unfortunate. I should be, just kind of like, okay, wait, let me parse what's being said. As like, am I missing something? I get the feeling I've missed a lot. So there you go. So with that said, just got to get used to it. I also get better at Japanese. How's that? It was a good episode. I kind of liked. I mean, it felt a little sad. I mean, because again, you have a young girl who is like recently lost her parents. I mean, it's just down. I'm just surprised, like someone who just kind of went through that at a young age, and that is willing to go on a show like this. I just can't see it. But you know what, though? Again, it's not doing any type of hate or looking down on her about that. It's just something like I probably wouldn't do it. I would probably never do a show like this. And that's a lie, because I have probably I have no problem going on video and talking about myself. So there's that. Although I'm talking to myself to a camera. Depends on how you look at it. So yeah, okay, yeah, I could probably do a show like this. I would just, the producers wouldn't like me because of maybe my personality is not like good entertaining, good in entertaining. How's that? But no, I'm saying, like, when she was talking about that, those actually legit become sad. I mean, that was a serious moment. That was some serious conversation going on where, people can reveal a little bit more about themselves, and you can feel a little bit more about, because when you first see them, you only get a little shout. The most obvious things about them, how they look, how they dress, a little bit about themselves, how they are, what their jobs are, and then you slowly find out a little bit more about these people. So that builds the investment, and that can be a crapshoot. I mean, because you're trying to, I guess, as producers, are maybe trying to make sure they find people that not only how are they like in front of the camera, that's going to be super important, but then, what is it about themselves? If that's going to be revealed, again, that's something super personal. Don't know if I'm trying to think. I don't think it's. Yeah, this is like really early super personal development. So, and it's not like we learn anything about her personality. I mean, it's a big worry about being able to support herself now that both her parents died. But it's just that not only her parents died recently and together, like close together. That was the like, wow, okay. So there's that, and then of course again the other people kind of reveal. You have someone who, kind of basically supporting herself in a way where, or if you can't get your first choice, you might have to lean on your second or third choices. And then one person is talking about the loss of a parent when they're young. How it's a kind of a different, like you got more years to get used to the idea, but yeah. All in all, I think this is like probably, if you looked at it, this could be a video. This could be a video where you feel like you got to see people as they really are, a bit more of who they really are, and that this could be like, okay, could be an enjoyable series to follow, because you can become invested with them as real people because they have a real history. Okay, and see how that works. And again, the producers are they're again kind of like, hey, look, let's kind of set up the dates. Let's do that, and don't depend on them to be spontaneous about it. They still got to ask, they still got to get get everyone to make sure it works and agrees to it. But okay, there's kind of make it a little, smooth the smooth the situation, for lack of a better term. Be the wingman, if maybe another better way of putting it. Who knows? All right, I'm going to end that there. Thank you all very much. For those of you on Twitch, again, stick around. I'll try to play the audio. And after this, like as usual, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the series, subscribe to see more. If you like what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community, one way you do it, support via the Patreon, link in the description, as well as links to the community Discord and website. And finally, if you'd like to talk to me face-to-face on face-to-face on Discord or Zoom or Skype. Talk about anything, either me helping you out or walk you through some steps, or just shooting the shit. If you want to do that, fine. Either way, the hourly rates and the payment is done via the Patreon, so the link specifically for that is in the description. Beyond that, we'll be back with week five of Terrace House. Boys and girls. I'm assuming it's like boys and girls next door, but it's being boys x girls. But yeah, boys and girls next door. And beyond that, see you in the next episode. That'll be tomorrow for you on YouTube, and actually, tomorrow for you on Twitch as well. But anyway, for those of you on Twitch, stick around. Those on YouTube, I will see you later. Later, guys.